Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to semifinal number 1 in the 42nd annual Max Midget Hockey Championships. Chris Colwell, Dave Standish along with you at the Ken Bracco Arena here in Calgary, Alberta, the Max Bell Center, as semifinal number 1 featuring the Saskatoon Blazers and the Moose Jaw Warriors. And Dave, we saw each team here. I saw Saskatoon, you saw Moose Jaw, so give us your notes on Moose Jaw from that quarterfinal game.
Well, hi, Chris, and thanks everybody for joining us for one more game. Game number 55 of this tournament. Wow, it's been an amazing week and a lot of fun. Yeah, the Moose Jaw Warriors, Chris, basically they were able to take advantage of a lot of Chicago mistakes, and I'm surprised I'm even saying that. They scored in the second minute, first of 2 goals for Kalen Fitzpatrick, and essentially it was a couple of goaltending errors, one that I wasn't expecting to mention from Nick Adante, the Chicago goalie. If you saw him during the week, he was extremely solid. And honestly, they had few shots, but great pressure. Like we've talked all week about streaks and slumps. And when Moose Jaw had the streak, boy, did they work hard. I believe their shooting percentage was like 35%. Which is unheard of at this event, or even at Midget Hockey. They were 1 for 4 in the second period. Unfortunately, the game kind of took a turn in the second period because Chicago sort of shot themselves in the foot. They took 7 minor penalties, including a slew foot double minor, along with Nick Ahern taking a 10-minute misconduct with 1 minute remaining in the second period, then coming back after the intermission, arguing the point further, and then getting a game misconduct. We've talked all week about how Team A is going to take what Team B gives. Chicago gave Moose Jaw a lot simply because their they were down 3 players. They only showed up with 15 skaters, so that was the very first step. But the star of the game and the player of the game, he got the backpack, Dylan Ernst. He was he didn't have to be spectacular, but he was extremely solid. Saw every single shot, and unfortunately, an own goal is the only thing that spoiled a shutout.
For the Saskatoon Blazers, it was a slow start for them in their quarterfinal. Fell behind 1-0 to Prince Albert, despite outshooting the Mintos 16-6 in the first period. Once again, Joel Favreau was outstanding through 20 minutes of play. Story of the tournament for the Prince Albert Mintos has been Joel Favreau was outstanding. Prince Albert then gets an early controversial goal to start the second period as Merwald, his own defenseman took a player into him, and the player that took it, the defenseman took into Merwald, stopped the puck with his skate, kicked it back to his stick, and tapped it into an empty net. Made it 2-0 Prince Albert. But instead of backing down, Saskatoon Blazers used that as a momentum, jumped back, got another goal late in the second period, or midway through the second period. Then late in the second period, tied it up. Early in the third, picked up the 3-2 lead as Liam Bell got his second of the game. 52 seconds of the third period. Add a couple more later on, one into an empty net, and the Saskatoon Blazers to a 5-2 win. Merwald will get the start again this afternoon. He's 3-0 in the tournament, a 1.00 goals against average, .950 save percentage. Ben not break goaltender in Merwald. To our broadcast right, Moose Jaw will start. Chase Callard between the pipes, 1-on-1 in the tournament, 2.54 goals against average, .914 save percentage. And the Warriors, Dave, will be hoping that they can get the same goaltending performance from Callard that they got from Ernst this morning.
Well, the majority of the teams, no matter what their records were, used a split system, 4 game round robin, 2 for each netminder, and they've got the confidence in Coward to roll with the punches here. And although Ernst, we've seen goalies play both halves of these double headers, and we're going to see it again here with the Blazers, but that shows you supreme confidence. I'd come back with Ernst in the final, but of course they're 60 minutes and at least a goal away from that achievement tomorrow at the Scotiabank Saddledome, 4:30 local time. We hope to see you here for that broadcast. And yeah, it's going to be a great game. Battle of the Sask Midget League. These teams have seen each other before. They'll see each other again in the season, and we'll tell you a little bit more about those details as we progress through the next 60 minutes. Saskatoon wearing their grays with the black lettering and the black and orange numbers. So Chris, go ahead. We didn't even need to have a coin toss for this game. So,
Dave, I'm trying to hand you the headset.
No, I will if you want me to. I really will.
This will it'll be interesting as I'll be looking for numbers, not names. Thankfully, I'm used to looking for numbers in the Heritage Junior Hockey League.
That is true, and Moose Jaw has switched from their blacks to their whites after playing against Chicago in their greens today. Feel bad for the Chicago Mission, but you know how a snowball becomes an avalanche? That's what happened.
That's got to be one of your top 3 jersey picks tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that as we are underway in semifinal number 1. Saskatoon Blazers work the puck ahead inside of the neutral zone. Now poke it down inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors, though, back with control. They'll slip it out to center ice. Blazers turn and dump it right back in, though. It's knocked down in behind the goal by Coward. He'll settle things down there as both teams after the puck. Warriors send it to the line. Not out. Held in there by Kobe Anderson. Works it down low on the left side. Anderson reaching for that one again. Actually, it was Carter Stebbins this time. And it's knocked away and down the ice and back after it inside of his own zone. There's Boston Buckberger. Buckberger tied up. Right corner side as the Warriors come away with it. Move to the top of the right point. Sam Bolt with a shot deflected by Mulwell. The save of the rebound. Trickled away. And boy, oh boy, that nearly handcuffed the Saskatoon goaltender early on.
Yeah, we didn't really notice Calvert that much this morning as they keep it on side, but what a great opportunity he had, and I'm seeing these Saskatoon Blazers for the very first time, and Millwald definitely standing out. Mirwald. Great crowd here, Chris. Of course, we got somebody else playing at the Dome at about 7 o'clock, but no, we're having a fun day, and the Battle of Saskatchewan after the Battle of BC, and we know we got a lot of viewers to our east in this one.
Face-off won by Moose Jaw deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Up top on the right side. Long shot. Missed the net on Mirwald. Rebound comes off the end boards. Picked up by the Warriors. They'll hold it in. Cycle it in behind the goal. Racing after it there is Connor McGrath. McGrath free on the right side. Worked it down low. It's turned over, though, and a chance to get out for Saskatoon. But again, they can't clear the zone. Held in. Warriors partial 3-on-1. Down low. Center pass. McGrath on the doorstep. Tipped that one just wide of the goal. On the left side. Poked to the line and out to the blue line, but not out. Held in. Left point, Wilson walks in, his shot, blocker save made by Mirwald, then he gets kind of taken out of his side of his own goal as the Moose Jaw Warriors trying to go through the crease to pick up that loose puck. At the line, hold it in. Right side is Connor McGrath, puck poked away as he dropped it off for Mullen, and now the chance for the Blazers to break it out.
A couple of those tries for Moose Jaw, Chris, were basically getting on the inside. Unfortunately, they beat Logan Cox more than once in that situation, but if you can get that inside track and win the race to the blue paint, success eventually is your reward.
Right to center ice, up on the right side. Nolan Flaman, his shot is deflected into the left corner boards. Flaman a goal and an assist in that game this morning. The quarterfinal victory for the Saskatoon Blazers as the puck lifted out to center ice. Picked up by Moose Jaw. They're back in on the attack. Evan Callahan into the right corner boards. He's tied up. Callahan chips it in behind the goal. Still looking for his first point of the tournament. Comes around on the left side. Held in by Parker Douglas into the left corner boards. There's a turnaround shot. Just missed the net as Callahan looking to open up the scoring. Moose Jaw, all the momentum going to our broadcast left. Deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers look to break out. Tip it ahead to the line. They can't get it out. Held in by Fry. He'll backhand it down low. And again, Moose Jaw, good job holding the blue line. Second opportunity for Saskatoon. This time will get out. A little chip and chase action for the Saskatoon Blazers. Charlie Keller, but it knocked right back the other way. And here comes Fry up the left side. Steers it inside of Saskatoon territory. A couple of Blazers overskate the puck. Are able to work it ahead, though, as Will Black after it. And Black sends it down inside of Saskatoon, or Moose Jaw territory, I should say. Offside on the play.
The one issue I did...
We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, McSweeney's, Dentyne, and Oreo bars. Their support of the Max is greatly appreciated.
The one issue I commented on during the 9 o'clock game, Chris, was that we talked about the slumps and the streaks of the Moose Jaw Warriors. They got a lot of shots on goal, and they were able to be effective with that shooting percentage, as I mentioned. But there was some inconsistency. They had the first couple of minutes with a brilliantly executed play, by the way. Should go and see those highlights.
In comes Moose Jaw with a shot off the right side. That by Christopher Otterson.
But you can tell that the coaches certainly had the same kind of discussion because it's consistent pressure over 60 minutes that they needed to work on game over game here.
Otterson in behind the Saskatoon goal, tied up, spins off the check, controls the puck left side, gets pinned up again against the end wall. Otterson and Bell tied up, knocked free. Warriors keep it in at the left point, but then it's pushed away and out to center ice, and backhanded back in by Moose Jaw. Back after those Saskatoon, the Blazers poke it ahead. Caught up in front of the blue line, in front of the Moose Jaw bench. Warriors gain control deep inside of their own zone. They'll go cross ice on the near wall, take it to center ice. Maximus Warner sends a puck down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers back up on the near side. Soretsky slips it out to center ice. It's chopped into the Moose Jaw zone and right into goaltender Chase Coward, who reaches down and hangs on. First touch for Coward in this hockey game.
Bit of a flutterer there. I would say he's probably a baseball player to be able to backhand it in the about 3 feet up in the air. That was well done. But I missed you, buddy. Ryan was great, but I almost called him Chris multiple times this morning. It's great to be back, and I know you missed me.
It's only been 12 hours, Dave.
I know.
I guess we're approaching 24, aren't we?
Probably.
Left side,
yeah.
Saskatoon with a shot on goal. The save made by Coward. He'll hang on to that one.
You missed me too, right?
Of course.
Of course you did.
Face-off staying deep inside of Moose Jaw territory. Saskatoon, another offensive zone face-off. 2-2, the face-offs early on in this hockey game. Shots now evened up 2-2 as well. Blazers trying to win the face-off going forward, but Moose Jaw says no, they'll take the puck away and they'll have a chance to clear it out. Can't do it the first time. Try this time on the near side. Schmidt goes cross ice in the middle of the ice, turns it over. Chance for the Blazers right side, but trying to pass it off was Alex Soretsky. Moves it back to the line now, the right point. Braden Deck with a shot. That one blocked off in front. Out to center ice come the Moose Jaw Warriors on the right side. Play a little chip and chase. After it there is Parker Douglas into the right corner boards. Douglas spins off a check in the right corner, sends it back to the line. Cross ice for Wilson on the near side. Wilson the left point, chips it in behind the goal. Picked up there with the captain for the Warriors, sends it back to the line. Goes off between the defenseman and Sam Bolt. Tried to hold it in, but it bounced off his stick and out of the zone.
Actually, I think he might have intentionally taken it out to kind of calm the play and create this.
Back in come the Warriors, looking to get the game's first goal, but the Blazers with a good body knocking the puck away. Warriors follow up though. Back in front on the right side. 5.5 minutes gone here in the first period. There's a pass across ice, and look out, that one deflected way up and caught by a fan right in front of us.
Very nice.
Cameron didn't pick that one up, but gentleman in a red jacket just kind of stuck his right hand up, cut that puck cleanly.
Yeah, the first step when the puck goes over this low boards here on the near side, just cover your head, and if it's going wide, then put up your hands and try to catch a souvenir and get a round of applause. And he gives it to a kid.
Young fan, couple rows behind the penalty box is Moose Jaw in on the offensive attack. They'll win that face-off, poke it to in behind the goal, around on the right side. Blazers pick it up, and they'll have a chance to start out. Cross-ice pass, and chipped in by Conlon. After it on the left side is Cox. He chases into the left corner boards. Tied up there, though. Gets some support. Cox right back into that pile, but the Warriors come out with the puck. Move it around on the far side. 6 minutes gone here in this opening period. Still no score. Shots even, 2-2 as the Warriors take control of the puck. Going to slide out, unable to do so though as the Blazer forecheckers keep it alive. Right wing side, that was Tyson Wooters. Now the Warriors poke it out to center ice. Rolled down inside of Saskatoon territory on the right side is caught Mullen. Mullen with a shot. That's a made by the goaltender Merwald. Back to the right point. Wrist shot blocked off. Another chance on the right side. Mullen turns and shoots. And again, Merwald, the blocker save. Steers that one out the other side. And away come the Blazers to center ice. Up the right wing boards is Brian Conlon. Conlon pushed off the puck right in front of the Moose Jaw blue line as the Warriors turn and transition the other way. Up the right side, Maximus Warner plays it in behind the goal. Picked up though by the Blazers. They then almost overskated and turned it over. And instead able to get it back was Hayden Wilm in behind his own goal. Blazers start out, long stretch pass. Wilm knocks it inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors back after it. Ethan Peters inside of his own zone. Turns it around on the near wall. Maximus Warner, his long shot, turns it over, and the long shot missed the net. Warner gets it back, and Dave, that might be a candidate for me for best first name of this tournament.
Yeah, goal and 5 assists coming into the tournament, Chris, and you definitely noticed him this morning. He was in the middle of everything. Yes, I agree.
Up on the near side, played out to center ice. Way come the Saskatoon Blazers. There's a shot towards the goal. That one goes high and wide. Nolan Flaman set that one up. Right wing boards now. Charlie Keller tied up, knocks the puck free. There's a wrist shot again, high and wide, this time by Hayden Wilm, off the end glass. Picked up by the Warriors as they regroup inside their own zone. 7.5 gone here in the opening period. Shots are 3-2. Here's a turnover. Chance for the Blazers with fresh skaters on the ice. Down the right side, Will Blake, centering pass. Comes back to the left point, settling it down there. Liam Bell, he'll work it down low into the left corner boards. Battle for it there ensuing as both teams clamor for it. Warriors get it out to center ice. Knocked right back in, though, by Saskatoon and stopped to the side of the goal by the goaltender, Chase Coward.
We're not seeing a lot of tiredness, Chris. I think both teams used that 3.5-hour break very effectively. A lot of water, a lot of bananas, and just a nice little rest on the bus, especially the Warriors, who were able to travel from Bauer to Max Bell.
Here come the Warriors. Matt Perkins in across the line. Perkins drop pass right side, trying to go to the net. And was Wyatt Wilson tried to tuck it in on goal, but Brent Merwa said, not going to get that one past me.
Wyatt Wilson, 6'3", 200 pounds, and definitely using his body positioning, but at the same time, Chris, like I mentioned, Moose Jaw having no difficulty driving to the blue paint.
Long pass off the skate of Forster down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers back after it inside their own zone, have control. Bob and weave to center ice. Liam Bell, 2 goals in the quarterfinal this afternoon, or this morning, including the game winner. Drives the net, tried to stuff it in on the short side, similar to what he had on the game winning goal in that first quarterfinal.
Well, we've seen a lot of players trail behind and make big mistakes and create 2-minute disadvantages. You saw the Warriors basically let the goalie have that one, and were very confident that he'd make the save and they'd recover the rebound.
There's a long shot deflected on goal. The save made by Chase Coward. He'll hang on.
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank SAIT Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for overflow parking. If you're looking to further your education, please contact SAIT at sait.ca.
Face off deep inside of Warrior territory, won by Moose Jaw. They'll snap it around the boards on the far side, get it out to center ice. Saskatoon, though, going to try and bring it right back in. It's caught up in the neutral zone now. They will tip it in. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Moose Jaw. Thought they were even 4-4, but the score judge decided not to give it a shot on goal in that last attempt. Warriors stretch out to center ice now. On the right side is Worms Rowe. Worms Rowe into the left corner boards. He had his stick tied up as he tried to poke it down low. Picked off by Will Blake, and he'll clear it out to center ice. Douglas knocks it out of the air, and
the same kid
that has one. He's now got 2.
Give it to the guy that, give it to the guy that caught the one earlier. Come on.
Or give it to your buddy.
That's true. Do you want to hear a pretty funny baseball catching a foul ball story on our next break?
All right, we'll hear that one on our next break as the Warriors win the faceoff. They'll start it ahead on the right side. Moose Jaw.
He could have turned this down, folks.
6-2 on the faceoff dot, favoring Moose Jaw in this opening period as they control the puck on the right side. Fed down low. Center passing front, and a nice job there by Saskatoon to take it away. It's an opportunity in front for the Warriors to try and open the scoring.
Chris, when you plug the middle, you leave the wings wide open. I hate to repeat myself, but it just keeps happening. Moose Jaw just can't get the finish. A little bit of bad luck.
Way come the Warriors again, up the right side. It's Fitzpatrick. Jumps over his man, then gets back. There's a wrist shot from the right side by Mullen. That one goes high and wide of the goal. Rebound up the end point. Held in. Mullen again. Wrist shot on goal, and Merwald the save and hangs on. Dave, your story.
Well, I was at a baseball game a long time ago when we actually had pro baseball in Calgary, and an adult caught a ball, and one of the other fans yelled, and he held on to it for a couple of pitches, and the other fans yelled, "Give it to a kid." And the guy said, "I didn't catch one when I was a kid." And the guy said, "Tough luck, give it to the kid." And he gave it to the kid.
Face-off deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers win the face-off. Just their third face-off win, this one in the defensive zone as they take it out to center ice. Now up the left side, Charlie Keller. It's all over the place, but was not rewarded with a goal in the game in the quarterfinals earlier this morning. Warriors steal it away out to center ice. Fry stripped away. Now to the neutral zone again. Saskatoon Blazers trying to get it back.
Obviously that kid is sitting in the perfect spot. He's got 2 pucks.
Yes, he does. Caught one and he was given another one.
Let's hope he doesn't get a concussion too.
This centering pass goes right through the crease here. The fans below us calling for a penalty against the Blazers. Not going to get one though. So Warriors have control of the puck back inside their own zone. 9 minutes to play in the opening period. Kind of a little bit of a feeling out process, Dave, as here's Flanagan offside. against the Blazers. A little bit of a feeling out process, maybe a little bit of a tiredness as two teams did play 3 hours ago. As shots 5-3, but these two teams definitely know each other.
They know each other certainly from the regular season, and they will later on. And as I mentioned, we'll talk about that later. But this is the ultimate test of attrition, Chris. You want this tournament, you win 2 games on December 31st. It's as simple as that. It's the perfect timing between December 26th and January 1. And like we've seen, you and I have broadcasted where teams have played 5 games in 2.5 days. And at the Elite 15 level, these kids are just about a year older than that. So this is probably nothing to them, but it has to be properly managed by the adults, both the coaches and the training staffs.
Both teams had the 28th of December off on their break for the round robin. The Warriors come in with a pass, that one picked off, and back the other way come the Saskatoon Blazers, trying to cut in, but given the hip check was Will Blake, and he topples to the ice. That one not called. We saw Dave a couple of times. Akbar's Academy called for those hip checks.
It's always funny when Europeans try to throw checks. It's like when Timbits are trying to skate without falling. It's quite hilarious sometimes, but no, it.
Okay, let's give a positive now to the Europeans. Akbar's Academy, the only team in the tournament that will finish the week with a perfect penalty kill after Okanagan gave up a pair of power play goals in their 4-3 loss in the quarterfinals.
That is very true. And Moose Jaw, the only team with a 0 in their loss column right now. 4-0-1.
Yep, they are. There's a long shot. Merwald made the save. The rebound picked up by Saskatoon. Played around the boards on the far side and out to center ice. Moose Jaw will chase it back inside of their own zone. Look to start up again. Warriors pass picked off. Partial 2-on-1. Down low. Chance for Saskatoon. Stebbins walks in. Hesitates. Shoots it into a maze of bodies. Comes back up top. Left side. There's a shot. That one missed the net. Back to the point on the right side. Held in by Deck. Deck's pass broken up. Comes free on the right side. Backdoor feed. Walking right in was Buckberger. Buckberger, though, tied up. Pushed off the puck as he tried to spin around on that shot. Buckberger still battling in behind the goal. 2 players for both sides in there. Stebbins gets it free for Saskatoon. Pushes it to the line. And it's out. And now numbers the other way for Moose Jaw, but a little too panicky on the pass. Icing waved off is back after the Blazers inside their own zone. Weagle. Far boards inside of his own end, plays it in behind the net. Now Deck with a chance to break out. Pass through the middle, walked off, and in come the Blazers on the right side. Wooters tried to the shot, it was blocked off in front, and Moose Jaw will take over control as we played 13 minutes here of this opening period. Have 7 to go in the opening frame, out to center ice. Moose Jaw again, partial numbers, 2-on-1. The pass though a little ahead of Worms Rowe as he'll chase it down in the left corner boards, but the Saskatoon defense unable to come after him and take it away. Blazers again ahead to center ice. Slide it ahead. Right side, Conlon. His shot blocked off. Conlon got it back and pushes it in behind the net. Gets a return feed from his teammate Logan Cox. Cox in there to help Conlon in behind the goal. 3 Warriors in there digging for it. Knocked free. And it's Conlon who comes out with it. Slides it back to the line. Right point now. Bell with a shot. Save made by the goaltender Coward, and the rebound knocked in behind the net, picked up by Moose Jaw, and they'll start out to center ice. On the near ball, or should say on the far wall in front of the benches. Warriors come in, now cutting to the left side with control. It's Wilson. Wyatt Wilson all the way around to the far side. Sends it in behind the net on the right wing boards, but over skinning the puck allows Buckberger to take control for Saskatoon.
That was brilliantly executed by Wilson, going all the way around from one ringette line literally around to the other side. Nobody even wanting to challenge him physically because he's just so big, but he is able to use that size effectively and not get the puck stripped off like you'd see other players, both male and female, with that height advantage.
Puck lifted out of play.
The Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament would like to thank our two-way communication sponsor, Westcan Wireless, Canada's premier supplier of advanced integrated radio communication solutions and services.
We haven't. 5:39 to go here, opening period. You might notice 2 Buckbergers on this team for the Saskatoon Blazers. Boston Buckberger wears number 4, and Braxton Buckberger wears number 13, so you can't even put B. Buckberger on the back of those jerseys.
You're welcome, by the way.
There's a long shot. That one deflected high and wide. Rebound. Centering pass in front. Warriors try to bang it in. Right side shot. And Merwald, I don't think saw that one. It was just lucky as it goes wide of the goal. Back of the line, left side, off the end boards, back in front. Merwald will cover up.
Yeah, the great escape by Merwald there on the lucky bounce off the back. But, yeah, sometimes just the slightest flick of the stick, Chris, this is why you learn geometry in elementary school, because 40 degrees or 50 degrees or 35 degrees can make all the difference between going wide and going in.
Face off deep inside of Saskatoon territory. 5:10 to go here in this opening period. Shot 6-4 in favor of Moose Jaw. Saskatoon wins the face-off. They'll poke it to the line. They can't get it out, though. Second effort. Both teams digging for it. Schmidt can't hold it in, and out to center ice come the Blazers. Picked up by Calvert. Atlee Calvert sends it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Into the right corner boards. After it there, Blazers come out with it. Chance to start out, though. It's lifted high in the air to bounce down inside of Moose Jaw territory. Center pass, kicked through the net by the forward. That was Alex Soretsky, and I would have been curious, Dave, if the referee saw that kick or not.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in the ideal position for it, but what a great reaction save to be able to capture it in between the pads while they laid on the ice as he slid across. Now it's the Warriors that are starting to forget about Blazer players in this zone defense style that they're using.
Face off deep inside of Moose Jaw territory now. Controlled by the Warriors. They'll send it to the line, not out. Held in by Saskatoon on the right side. Pushing free along the right wing boards is Will Blake. Knocked away from him, though, and out to center ice come the Warriors. 3-on-3. Play a little chip and chase down inside of Moose Jaw inside of Saskatoon territory, I should say. Warriors after it on the forecheck. Blazers dig for it, knock his man down. Again, the Moose Jaw bench calling for a penalty, not going to get one as the Blazers backhand it down the ice. This will be icing against Saskatoon.
Yeah, see that geometry, that hockey-related geometry I mentioned, that I was able to use in school. The square root of a cosine that I learned in AP Math, never used it since.
Really, never used it since?
When's the last time you needed the square root of a cosine?
Well, I personally, I've never needed it, but I'm also not in construction.
Very true.
Architects, I think
That's
use
true,
it all
yeah.
the time.
Or advanced mathematicians when you're trying to get your degree in mathematics, I guess.
Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw deep inside of their own zone. They'll clear it to the Saskatoon, though, clears it to the line, and they'll get it out all the way down. Another icing call.
How do you shoot sailing? One bullet at a time.
That might be our best line of the tournament this year. I am serious. That might be the best line of the tournament.
And that's too long of a story, folks. But review the archives and you'll learn what the hell we're talking about.
That was Father David Bauer on the 27th, I believe. You're right, yeah. Back of the line. Long shot from the Warriors. That one goes wide of the goal just so everybody doesn't have to go looking through all 57
yeah,
games.
Exactly.
Round to the left side, Saskatoon with control of the puck inside their own zone.
If we did 57 games, we wouldn't have throats right now. So,
sure enough. And we'd have to be cloned somewhere. Saskatoon sending it down inside the Moose Jaw territory. Good hustle there by Will Blake to get to the loose puck. Blake sends it in behind the goal. Warriors pick it up on the far side. Trying to get the puck out. 3.5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Big check laid out right in front of the Moose Jaw bench as the Blazers keep it in. Long shot broken up though, and the Warriors will settle things down in behind their own goal. Shot 6-5 in a very defensive first period. No score as the Warriors bring it out to center ice. Blazers knock it down. Warriors say no. They're going to knock it right back inside of Blazer territory. Saskatoon out with the puck as the Warriors make changes on the fly. Wholesale changes as work his way in on the right side was Braxton Puckberger. Steered in behind the net with some support from Alex Soretsky. And now it's played around and out to center ice as the Blazers get it right back. Soretsky backhands it down inside of Warrior territory. Poked right past him, back out to center ice. Near turnover by the Blazers. You can hear the crowd here, Dave, every time a chance happens one way or the other. Soretsky in across the line. He's tied up. Puck poked away from him. And a chance for Moose Jaw to bring it out the other way. Fry on the near side. Carries to center ice. And across the Saskatoon line on the left wing boards. Tried the pass. Was broken up though. Wilson gains control. Holds it in for Moose Jaw. A little bit of miscommunication as a couple of Warriors run into each other. Allows the Blazers to take control of the puck. And they're out to center ice on the right side. Carrying in with the toe drag is Hunter Mayo. Mayo's shot goes wide of the goal. The rebound picked up and sent into the netting and out of play. 2:09 to go here in this opening period.
You can tell Saskatoon has started to adjust to the things that I mentioned earlier on, and now it's that pendulum starting to shift towards the Moose Jaw Warriors. I think if the score stays scoreless, or if it changes the next 2 minutes and 9 seconds, I think both teams have a lot of fundamental things to clean up in the dressing room.
Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw, back inside of their own zone. They'll bring it ahead to center ice. On the right side, carrying in, there's a wrist shot blocked off. Bouncing puck taken in behind the goal by Worms Rowe. Worms Rowe had the puck poked away from him. Gets it back, left corner boards though. Worms Rowe again had the puck stripped, and Wilson couldn't hold it in. It's chopped over his head all the way down, and it will just go far enough for icing.
Honestly, Connor McGrath, 15 in white, and Kalen Fitzpatrick, the double goal scorer this morning, have not been invisible, but have been well handled by the Saskatoon Blazers. So obviously a reputation of the tournament, as well as the Saskatchewan AAA Midget League season, is certainly part of the strategy for the Blazers. Of course, every 12-team league in the Sask League, everybody plays everybody else 4 times for a grand total of 44 games per season.
Face off deep inside of Saskatoon territory to the blocker side of Brett Merwald, won by the Blazers. And Dave, I've now seen Merwald 3 times, and incredibly amazed at the way he sets up with a face-off to his blocker side. His blocker on the top of his knee and his goal stick right across both pads. Almost kind of like daring a team, as here come the Warriors on a shot at the goalpost. Almost daring a team to win the face-off and put one between his pads. There's a quick shot on a one-timer, but Fandon goes wide of the goal, around on the left side. Picked up by the Warriors, they hold it in. Lay it down low on the right wing boards with control there is McGrath. He throws it to the front of the net, and Merwald down will hang on.
Maybe they have an audio feed down there, Chris, because as soon as I said something, McGrath was certainly noticeable in that last sequence. Let's see. I need to see this myself here for Brett Merwald. Let's see how this looks.
You can actually see it on his glove side too, not as well as you can see it on his blocker side. But you can see him kind of bent over, the blocker hand on the top of his pads. Goal stick out. You can kind of see the butt end out. So Warriors win the face-off at the line, right side. Long shot is deflected, high and wide. In behind the goal as we hit the final minute here of this opening period. Shot 7-5 in favor of Moose Jaw. Still looking for the game's first goal as Saskatoon clears the puck out to center ice and down inside of Warrior territory. Warriors back after it though. Parker Douglas inside of his own zone. Being bothered there on the right side. Douglas plays it back in behind his own goal as the Warriors settle things down. Saskatoon looking on the forecheck, trying to steal that puck and looking for the game's first goal, but here come the Warriors to center ice. Blazers knock it down. Defensive lost his stick. Not sure what happened there as he just kind of dropped it. Keep an eye to see if it's broken, if he goes after it. As the Blazers poke it out to center ice, I actually think that his stick is broken. He realized it when he went to touch that puck as he went right off to the bench. Didn't go to pick up that puck as his teammates cleared the puck out and down the ice.
Good reaction play by Schmidt to create this chance for Otterson. Otterson looked really good this morning in that center position.
It's Braxton Buckberger's stick, by the way, that is lying in the left corner boards as the final seconds tick down here in the opening period. First period's going to come to a close. Neither team with a goal. The opening 20 minutes of play. Very defensive first period sees the Warriors outshoot the Blazers 7-5.
Well, Millwall is 95%, and the Warriors are about 93%, so we can't expect much in the first 12 minutes. We're going to have an extended first intermission here, folks, because we're going to have the semifinals of the
finals.
Oh, the finals.
This is the finals of the Pee Wee shootout.
Okay, well, I thought they would do that at the Dome, but this will work too. So we had 5 shooters and 2 goalies, so we'll let our PA men take care of that for you. But you're watching the 42nd Annual Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament from Calgary, presented by Circle K Convenience Stores.
As you can see out here, we've got a variety of jerseys over on the far side, and they're here to compete to see who are going to be the future stars of the Max Pee Wee Shootout winners. Let's meet our goaltenders. Down here in the north end from Okotoks, we got Ryder Shields. The other end down here from the Bow Valley Buffaloes, we've got Kellen Salter. All right, guys, you know the drill. 1 shot on each goalie. Most goals wins. Least goals against wins. Trip Jensen, going that way. Had him looking, had him looking. Sean Milford, down here, Sean. Nice snipe, Sean. Way to go. Aaron Overfrail, down here. Nice try, Aaron. Caleb Matthews, down here. Nice snipe, Caleb. Kyle McDonough. Nice try, nice try. All right, guys, you know the drill. Let's shoot on the other goalie this time. Tripp, you're up, bud. Nice try, Tripp. Sean Milford. No, nothing doing there. Aaron, down here, bud. Nice try, Aaron. Nice hard shot. Caleb, down here. Nice hands. Well done. Well done. Kyle McDonough. Down here, Kyle. Nice shot. Okay, I'm going to talk to my lovely assistant here and see what we got. I've got my two future stars of the max here. Caleb Matthews, come on over. And Ryder Shields from Okotoks. Come on over here, guys. These are your future stars of the max for 2019. Get together, the guys. Get a picture with the photographer there. Now, if you're wondering what they get for being a future star of the max, well, they get a little gift pack from True Hockey, and they get a $100 gift certificate from Tuxedo Source for Sports to use on whatever you want in the store. Okay, so congratulations, guys. Can you grab the pucks and bring them over here? Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our future stars of the max.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a red Nissan truck with its lights on. CCS 8134. Charlie Sierra.
Welcome back to the Max Bell Arena. Chris Colwell, Dave Standish. Semifinal number 1, Saskatoon Blazers, Moose Jaw Warriors. Scoreless after 20 minutes of play as we take a look at the first period scoring summary. And Dave, it is a very, very clean score sheet.
I don't think we've seen a scoreless or penalty list. Penalty free.
Penalty free.
Well done. First period of any of the games we've done, and I think you were looking it up, and there's been very few the entire tournament all over the
3 scoreless
some odd games we did.
3 scoreless first periods
out of 50.
None of them were penalty free like this one is. No score in the first period. No power plays either side. Shots on goal 7-5.
Maybe they're too tired to say penalties.
They might be 7-5 shots on goal in favor of the Moose Jaw Warriors over the Saskatoon Blazers.
Well, let's give you some information about these two teams in the Saskatchewan AAA Midget Hockey League. The Blazers are in the lead in the win percentage category at 20 wins, 7 losses, and an overtime loss. And the Moose Jaw Warriors are first in the league because they played 2 extra games, 21-8-1. And Chris, guess who plays each other on January 9th?
I'm going to guess these two teams.
Yeah, 9 days they'll resume the fun that they've had. They haven't seen each other since November the 9th, and we'll give you some more information about that.
Warriors win the opening faceoff of the second period. Faceoffs were 12-5 Moose Jaw in that first period, and Moose Jaw pick it up right where they left off. Send it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers go back after it inside their own zone as we're just underway here in the second period. Zeros on the board as Warriors take control of the puck on the right side in front of the penalty box door. Stolen away, though, by Stebbings, and Stebbings plays it out to center ice. On the right side, through the middle, broken up, though, and out the other way. A chance for the Warriors ahead. Left side, 3-on-2, and across the line. Little drop pass, wrist shot, glove save made by Merwald. He'll hang on.
Merwald looking very impressive. Chase Coward, the rookie, AAA midget level player, had to make 7 saves, nothing of the spectacular variety. Well, September 28th, Blazers 4-2. October the 5th, Blazers 3-1. November the 9th, Blazers 4-3. What that tells us, we'll have to wait and find out.
Those two teams will play January 9th and then not again until the playoffs if they play each other.
If they play each other, yeah. Moose Jaw was in the middle of a 10-game winning streak between the middle of November and early December, but the Blazers were not part of that schedule. So that's how the Warriors were able to jump into first place in the single-table 12-team league in Saskatchewan. So far, going into the 2020 portion of the schedule in about 8 hours.
Puck is lifted out to center ice by the Saskatoon Blazers. Back after Moose Jaw Warriors inside their own zone. Pushed out to center ice and dumped right back in by Cox. Warriors will slow it down in behind their own goals. They look to start up. Play was fairly even in that opening 20 minutes of play. A little bit of an edge to Moose Jaw on the offensive zone. Saskatoon trying to answer back. Dumped in behind the goal by Logan McCutcheon.
Again, the efficiency isn't quite there for the Warriors, but this is a different opponent because the Saskatoon Blazers have a full complement of roster players, unlike, unfortunately, the Chicago Mission, who ran into 3 injuries between the beginning and ending of the tournament.
Out to center ice come Moose Jaw Warriors. Fanning on the dump in there was Croc Mullen as he tried to dump it in. They nearly got a second opportunity. Instead, Saskatoon gets it back, but McCutcheon sending it all the way down, and it's icing against the Blazers.
This would certainly be the time to break the streak for Moose Jaw between these two teams head-to-head. No question about that. Of course, the Sask League winner will play the Manitoba League winner to get the Western Regional spot into the 2020 TELUS Cup. Of course, the Calgary Buffaloes, the Alberta champions and Pacific champions, coming up in our second semifinal.
Defending Alberta and Pacific Division champions as Saskatoon wins the faceoff deep inside of their own zone. They'll try and clear it out to the line, not out. Warriors hold it in, centering pass broken up, and a chance now for Saskatoon. They'll bring it out to center ice. Left side, poked down inside of Blazer inside of Moose Jaw territory, I should say, by the Blazers. Tied up in the left corner boards. Both teams battling for it there, still trying to dig it out. Finally does come free, but it goes to Parker Jasper, and he'll play it ahead. Turns it over. Chance for Saskatoon off the right side. Unable to pull the trigger was Liam Bell as it bounces off his stick. Behind the goal, Blazers keep the pressure on the forecheck. Turn it over, though, in behind the net. Still looking for the first shot on goal of the Blazers in this second period. Warriors have one. Out shooting Saskatoon 8-5 now in this hockey game as we approach the 3-minute mark. Left point, Buckberger, long shot, save made the rebound, backhanded just wide of the goal. Kobe Anderson, not sure how he missed that one, Dave.
Just high and just, I think, above the bar, above the point where the crossbar and the post meet there, and what the dictionary calls a corner, Chris. And yeah, very unlucky, and the crowd just oohed and awed that whole moment.
Back of the line, long shot deflected on goal. The save made by Cowardale. Hang on.
41 years of incredible hockey memories, brought to you by Circle K Convenience. Circle K Convenience Stores hope you have a memorable experience and enjoy the 42nd annual Max Midget Tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K for their many years of support.
Best chance of the hockey game coming to the Saskatoon Blazers. An empty net, but put high and wide of the goal by the Saskatoon Blazers. They win the faceoff. Quick shot on goal. That one turned to the side by Coward. Saskatoon all of a sudden a little bit of jump after those opportunities. Warriors take control deep inside of their own zone. Warner plays it to the line, not out. There's a long shot. The save made by Coward. Kind of an awkward looking save there by the Moose Jaw goaltender, Dave.
Yeah, off the top of his arm, his left arm there, and Moose Jaw's starting to get into some bad habits here, not really having much of a 200-foot plan to get into the offensive zone, and a couple of giveaways that Mr. Coward has had to bail them out of.
Zaretsky plays that one up off the top of the glass and out of play, so we'll get a face-off. It's like just outside of Saskatoon territory.
Of course, our second semifinal coming up at 6 p.m. The Caribou Cougars, a former champion of this tournament, against the Calgary Buffaloes, looking to get their first title since 2008.
Face-off just outside of Saskatoon territory, as mentioned. Warriors win the face-off. Hogan into Blazer territory. Saskatoon, though, right back to the attack. As far as the Moose Jaw blue line, where it's intercepted there by Parker Douglas, he'll send it back the other way. Saskatoon regroups. Push it up the middle of the ice and dump it down inside of Warrior territory. Moose Jaw back after it inside their own zone. Ethan Peters with it. He's tied up. Puck separated away from him and then cleared in front of the net. Picked off, and then the Warriors out to center ice. 3-on-2. They have numbers. Calvert leading the rush up the right side. Calvert throws it to the front of the net. Just out of the reach of the intended receiver. Held in right side by Worms Rowe. He'll send it around to the right side. First to it is Peters. Tried to bounce it in front. It hit a stick, though, and skips wide of the goal. Round on the far side. Blazers with a chance to get out. Kobe Anderson bats it in the air and out to center ice. So Warriors back after it inside their own zone. Settle things down. Calvert ahead, skips it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Calvert in on the right side, drops it off for McGrath. McGrath steps in with a shot, bouncing puck, and it bounces just wide. Calvert on the doorstep, trying to jam it in, but down is Merwald. Will hang on.
Honestly, a bit of good luck for the Warriors there. Not a lot of shooting lanes, so he decided to shoot it anyway. Not a lot of passing lanes, I should say. So he just tried to put it on net, and it took a crazy bounce. And when you get to a single elimination round like we're in, Chris, the more likely a crazy bounce could result in the final finish.
That's exactly what both teams are looking for here. Just put the puck on net and try and open the scoring. Warriors control the faceoff. Bolt sends it down low in behind the goal. Centering pass, a quick shot. That one just missed the outside of the net by Mullen. Back on the right side. Held in by Moose Jaw. Good forecheck. Saskatoon takes control. Buckberger in behind his own goal. Starts ahead. Bounces off a stick and down inside of Warrior territories. Moose Jaw back to retrieve it inside their own zone with control. On the left near boards. Can't get it out though. Held in by the Blazers on the left side. That's Will Blake. His shot missed high and wide. Rebound off the end glass. Picked up at the left point by Buckberger. His long shot blocked off. Calling for Mullen at center ice. Was trying to get in behind the Saskatoon D. He was. But Saskatoon picking that pass off in the neutral zone. Stretch pass now by the Warriors. This one's going to miss and go all the way down for icing.
If you're interested, Brett Meerwald's body language, he likes to sit deep in his net while the play is on the other side of the ice, Chris. And what was interesting with that play at the red line was he didn't move, which meant that he had the confidence in his defenders to take that puck and put it back into the offensive zone. Only when it came into the defensive zone did he react. So not a non-verbal show of confidence from your goaltender.
Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw deep inside of their own zone. They'll play it around the boards to the line, not out, held in. Saskatoon with a shot, and that one deflects in behind the goal. 6 minutes gone here. Second period, still no score. Feels like the first period, Dave, there's still no score. in this hockey game. Warriors bring it out to center ice, 2-on-2.
Well, this is your 8th period, and you've got at least 4 more, so they all kind of milled together.
Fry turns it over, and back the other way come the Blazers, 3-on-2, and across the line, little drop pass. Fumbled, but held onto by Conlon, and Conlon slides it in behind the goal. Picked up there by Moose Jaw in behind their own net. They'll send it around on the far side to the line, but not out. Held in by Buckburgers. He'll send it down low in behind the goal. Warriors back to retrieve it. And on the near wall is Callahan. Can't get it out. Feeds it back for Parker Douglas. He'll circle inside of his own zone. Now ahead for Callahan again. Callahan bumps off the check. Gets the puck to the Saskatoon line, but no further. And back the other way is Buckburger ahead. Left side for Saretsky. Centering pass. Got the return feed, and Saretsky fired that one just wide of the goal.
3-on-2 for the Blazers. Couldn't get the wide end feed.
Little give and go there for Saretsky, and the Saskatoon Blazers just unable to capitalize on it. Puck into the right corner boards, deep inside of Moose Jaw territory. Played in behind the net. Shots now 9-8 in favor of Saskatoon. So all of a sudden they've outshot the Warriors 4-1 here in the middle period. Coaching these just past the 7-minute mark of this second period.
Now the war of attrition really seems to be hanging over this game. Who's the least tired? That could make all the difference.
And it could, and one goal is going to be, might be huge in this game the way this is going, as Moose Jaw sends it up and into the Saskatoon bench and out of play.
Yeah, I could see 2-0 with an empty netter being the result of this game for either team.
Selfishly, I want overtime. 0-0 overtime. One goal.
Okay, then I'll do the I'll do the final at the Dome tomorrow, because you'll be you'll need a blood transfusion.
It might be true.
What was it, a 5 overtime game between two teams in the women's final about 5 years ago?
And it was.
I feel bad for those guys at Shaw that night. That was brutal.
Yeah, and then they did turn around right away, go 3 more periods.
Yeah.
Blazers back the other way on the right side. They'll steer it down inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors back defensively, can't take it away though. Saskatoon keeps the pressure on deep inside of the Moose Jaw end. There's a long shot off a stick, high and wide.
Hope Bill Wilms doing well. Longtime voice of the Western Hockey League on Shaw.
Centering pass in front. There's a shot blocked off, and unfortunately, Shaw going by the wayside, so no more WHL on Shaw. There's a wrist shot. That one goes wide of the goal. You get the once every month that you get the WHL or the CHL game of the week on Sportsnet. As we saw yesterday.
And were a good game last night.
I was going to say, that was on last night. Back in come the Warriors on the right side. Pass in behind the intended receiver, as that was Mullen trying to go the other way. Now Saskatoon on a partial break, but over skating the puck in the neutral zone was Hayden Will. He had a 2-on-1 as well. Things starting to open up a little bit. It's getting to a little bit of a track meet. Moose Jaw after it on the attack on the right side. Poked in behind the goal. Bolt moves it up top, or gets the feed up top. Left point, there's a long shot. That one just missed the rebound. Centering pass in front. That by McGrath is picked off, and Saskatoon takes over.
The Blazers certainly keeping track of Kirk Mullen today. Based on what he did this morning, he was all over the place and got a couple of points. He was well handled in that 4 versus 4 battle on the far right side of your picture, and then contained in the slot area. He was just so tired he went back to the bench, slumped over.
Battle for the puck is Warriors get it, and they'll send it down inside of Blazer territory. Saskatoon out to play it. Bounce it ahead. Nearly picked off. Moose Jaw gets it inside of Saskatoon territory. They hold it in. Off the left side, a wrist shot by Perkins. That goes up and into the netting and out of play.
The Max Tournament would like to thank our transportation sponsor, Canada Coach Lines, for all they do getting the teams around Calgary and area.
Saskatoon in the black going right to left. Moose Jaw in the white jerseys with the black numbers and the black pants going left to right on your video dial or your audio dial. And let Max Tournament know where you are. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'd love to know where you're watching from.
Face off won by Moose Jaw, but it's going to split their defensive pair and come all the way back inside of their own zone. Warriors back to retrieve it. Started out, but it gets into the Saskatoon bench, and so we'll get a face off deep inside of Moose Jaw territory now.
Speaking of Instagram, Chris, the Akbar's Academy from Kazan.
Our sponsor of the day
Instagram
is
feed, and if you've been following Akbars.academy, they've had a lot of fun here this week. Not the best hockey results that they wanted, but
outside of yesterday. Yesterday was maybe the result they wanted.
Like you said, there were a lot of major penalties against the Sherwood Park Kings, but no, the Akbar's Kazan team are having a lot of fun here in southern Alberta this week, and we thank them so much for their financial and travel sacrifice to be here, and we hope to see them again very, very soon.
Open next year is Saskatoon with the puck in the neutral zone. Both teams fumbling with it. It's knocked back inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors, long stretch pass. That one misses everybody and goes all the way down the ice. It's icing call coming back the other way against Moose Jaw.
The other non-Canadian team, the Chicago Mission, as I mentioned, the unfortunate victims of the Moose Jaw Warriors in the 9 a.m. Father Bauer quarterfinal. Once again, best wishes to them, and more than likely, they're probably halfway to the Saddle Dome right now because they're going to check out their brothers, the Blackhawks, against the Calgary Flames in the preamble to the Max Tournament Finals at 4:30. We hope you'll join us for that game.
Warriors win the face-off deep inside their own end, cleared around the boards, and Warriors ahead to center ice. In quickly to Saskatoon territory. There's a wrist shot off a stick and up into the netting, out of play.
I think Schmidt was about 2 to 3 inches inside the line, but the linesman gave him the benefit of the doubt. 60-minute game plus overtime if necessary, unlike the round robin where we played 60 and we were done. We are through 30 of that 60, 9:52 remaining in the second period.
Still no score in this hockey game as Moose Jaw wins the face-off deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Push it down low in behind the goal. Picked up by the Blazers, and they'll move it out to center ice.
Neither team at 10 shots right now, which also is probably a factor in the fact that they're playing their second game in 6 hours.
That is very, very much likely a factor in this one, and we've seen a shot discrepancy between Father David Bauer and Max Bell, and we're here at Max Bell, so the lower shots, obviously an indication, Dave, of what this game has been. A lot of defensive, a lot of kind of bouncing puck play, everybody just trying to get to the front of the net, but kind of running into each other. Here's a centering pass, a chance for the Blazers, right on the doorstep, but unable to connect on that one. It's Tyson Wooters. It's played out to center ice by Moose Jaw. They have numbers 3-on-2, across the line. There's a shot up the goal post! Warriors crowd celebrating. Some of them still have their hands in the air right in front of our broadcast location.
Yeah, action at both ends. I think the crowd needs to wake up a little bit, and that certainly woke everybody up.
Well, all of a sudden we have a little bit of a buzz here at the Max Bell Center in the Ken Bracco Arena.
Well, the Battle of BC, I was walking around while you were doing, and Josh were doing a great job with the commentary, and especially when Okanagan got within a single goal, people were just panicked in the audience. They were just holding on tight for that last minute and a half, especially the last 8.7 seconds.
Here comes Moose Jaw. They'll send it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers back after it inside their own zone. Boston Puckburger, he's tied up as the two fours go head-to-head again. Mullen got the better of it this time. Blazers though on the near side, clear to the line, and they will get it to not quite out. I thought it did come out, but McGrath able to hold it in, says the linesman. Blazers on the far side, turn it over, chance for the Warriors right to the front of the net, loose, puck down as Merwald, and poked that one away. Gonna get credit with a save as Merwald, but all he had to do was just kind of poke at that loose puck.
Very cleanly done by the defenders, well done.
Puckburger back in, left side, throws it through the doorstep, back to the right point, there's a shot, and it's blasted right into the glove hand of goaltender Chase Coward.
Eye-hand coordination is just unbelievable. I mean, that's, like I said, goaltenders should be playing shortstop in the summertime, and maybe shortstops play goalie in the winter because it's unbelievable what they can do.
I think goalies would have made the best catchers, but being a goalie myself, I could say that is not the case. Warriors win the faceoff deep inside of their own zone. They'll have a chance to break out. Turn it over, and it's Saskatoon back inside of their own inside the neutral zone with it. Left side, poked ahead by Hunter Mayo. Got it inside of Moose Jaw territory, but no further, and the Warriors back the other way. Right side is Callahan. Centering pass, bounces free into the slot. Knocked away and out to center ice, and backing up after to the Warriors inside the neutral zone. Sam Bolt pushes it ahead, knocked down inside of Blazer territory. Saskatoon, though, with control again. Working through the middle, picked off. Warriors with a chance to go to the attack now on the right side. They do get inside of Blazer territory. Fry, centering pass, looking for Callahan. Bounces over his stick. Picked up by the Blazers. Centering feed back to the line now. Walking in, there's a shot through traffic. If Merwald can't find it, it's loose on the doorstep. Still free on the side of the goal. Poked in behind the net there by McCutcheon. Warriors hold it in. Bolt, right side, his shot, misses the net. Rebound off the end boards. It's back in front on the left side. Blazers have control. Steered ahead. They had numbers going the other way, but unable to keep his footing was Will Blake. The Warriors back up inside their own zone. Bolt. And on the right side and across the line, his wrist shot misses high and wide on Merwald's glove hand. And sent into the netting and out of play. And Merwald points where the faceoff's going to go. See if he's right on it, as he says it's going outside the zone.
Well, you know what, Chris, what we've noticed a lot in this tournament has been lots of icings, lots of offsides, and a lot of shots off the defender's stick and into the netting for a defensive zone faceoff. We haven't seen that much, at least I haven't, in these first two games, which just shows you kind of the elite when we get to the Final 8 and the Final 4 here at the Max.
Face-off control by Moose Jaw. They'll take it in behind the Saskatoon goal in front on the right side with control. Good job by Saskatoon defensively, though, to pin it to the outside and now work it out to center ice. Hang Willem up the left side. His shot right in on goal, and Chase Coward going to glove it down and hang on.
Moose Jaw trying to break that 3-game losing streak between these two clubs, and we haven't seen a lot of verbal or physical contact between the two teams, unlike the end of the Caribou versus Okanagan game, where that will be well remembered for their next regular season matchup. But these two teams showing a lot of respect for each other. We're still penalty free after 34 minutes.
Still penalty free is Moose Jaw player at his Saskatoon stick, caught up in his arms. Blazers with control of the puck at the top of the left point. Weagle to the right side for Kobe Anderson. Anderson had the glorious chance earlier on in this second period, put it at an empty net and backhanded it about a foot over top of the cage. In behind the goal, centering pass. Weagle, his shot hit the outside of the net. Crowd got excited there for Saskatoon for a split second as the Warriors take control inside their own zone. 5.5 minutes to go in the second period. Outlet pass to center ice. Nearly picked off, but following up is Jasper. He'll get it in with a shot on goal, and Merwald to save, and he'll hang on.
Nice work by Matt Perkins, the AP call-up, number 23, without the nameplate on his jersey, being able to tightrope that blue line and be available for another opportunity, and part of the crew that will allow their teammates to have an opportunity here with an offensive zone face-off, 5:30 to go. So well done by the AP call-up.
He said he's the only Warrior without a name bar. Saskatoon Blazers, Dave, may not as well have name bars. Black on black, not sure who designed that one.
Black on dark gray, yeah.
May as well be black as the Warriors win the faceoff. They'll keep it in from the left point. Snap down low, along the right wing boards. Calvert digs it out, drops it off in the right corner there for Schmidt. Schmidt feeds it in behind the goal, then gets a return feed, top of the right faceoff. Fires it towards the net. Merwald to save the rebound. Shovel just wide of the goal. That's the 10th shot on goal for the Moose Jaw Warriors. The Blazers with a chance to clear it out. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Saskatoon. They come ahead looking to break this scoreless draw. Unable to do so. Good battle all the way down the ice. Moose Jaw back defensively with control. It's Maximus Warner. Warner pinned up against the end wall by Alex Soretsky digs it out, feeds it to the line, left side for Buckberger. He'll go to the right point. Walk in, there's a shot. Stick save made by Coward on that point shot from Hunter Mayo. Now a centering pass. That one picked off. Boy, David Tynes, I think we should just let the crowd take over.
Well, the Moose Jaw goalie, Chase Coward, was looking in the opposite direction, which is why you heard that audience just bellow right that moment, because if it's not for that steal, it might be 1-0.
Our sponsor of the day is Mondelez, bringing Dentyne and Oreo bars to you. Dentyne purifies your breath, and Oreo bars as good as you think it is.
Because you didn't the whole week, so.
Welcome back to the Max Bell Center. Chris Cole, Dave Standish along with you. Face off in the neutral zone, controlled by Moose Jaw. 3 for 3 in the neutral zone is the Moose Jaw Warriors in the second period on the face-off dot. 4:14 to go in the second period of a scoreless game. Warriors get the puck down inside of Saskatoon territory, still waiting for the game's first goal. Have just a combined 22 shots on goal. Warriors with the puck on the right side, centering pass in front. Merwald nearly stole that one as he settles it down at the side of his own goal. Now out to center ice come the Blazers, left side. Will Blake, he's tackled to the ice as the puck comes back to the line. Saskatoon crowd calling for a penalty, not going to get one. There's a wrist shot. That one over top of the net, off the end glass and all the way down the ice. The Blazers will chase it back inside of their own zone. 3:40 to go now in the second period.
I think this referee is giving a lot more space and consideration than other referees would have in this scenario right now. That because at least the last couple, you'd think that something would have been called.
There's a chance for the Warriors there with a shot. That one just missed as Merwald was going left to right. That shot went back to his left-hand side by Calvert. Missed the net. Nearly gave the Warriors a 1-0 lead as now the Blazers send it out to center ice. In across the line, left side, Wooters. He's chopped to the ice as he pushes it in behind the goal. Centering pass there by Cox is turned over. Out the other way to center ice come the Warriors again. 3-on-2 and across the line. The pass off the stick of the intended receiver, Brzezinski. They'll chase it in behind the goal. Picked up there by Saskatoon. Pushed to the line. And it will get out to center ice. It's a 2-on-1 developing. Up the west side. Wooters leads the rush. Now it's a 3-on-1. Wooters drop pass. Walking right in. Buckberger shot. Big save made by Coward. As Boston Buckberger tried to go over top the blocker hand of Coward to open the scoring. Now the left point lock shot. And Coward makes the save and hangs on.
Perfect thing for Coward to do is just to hang on. Unfortunately, the defender for Moose Jaw blew a tire, and that became a 2-on-0 situation on the far post, Chris. And yeah, a big save on the right side of Coward's body, either with the blocker or the stick. And yeah, that was very well done. And like I said, catch it and hold, and get that whistle.
2:32 to go here in the second period of a scoreless hockey game. Face off to the blocker side of the goaltender, Coward. Blazers win it. Left wing side. Push it down low as Flamin in behind the goal. He's tied up. It's knocked away from him, and a chance now for Moose Jaw to get it out. They'll push it to the line. We'll get out to center ice and back you up after it is Buckberger. He'll circle at his own blue line. Buckberger still with it. Circles back a little bit further as he'll look to start ahead. Buckberger on the near side. Takes the pass back. Gets across center ice and dumps the puck in. Warriors back after it inside their own zone. 2 to play here in the second period. Still no score. Shots are 14-10 in favor of Saskatoon. Here come the Warriors back the other way. Blazers with a good stick though to knock it away into the neutral zone. Chance to carry on. They will up the left side. Flamin drop past the slot. Right wing side now walking. There's a shot at Coward. The save as he reaches out to cover that one up with that right arm.
Flamin did a great job in two separate points of that opportunity, Chris. He basically did a 180, and you could literally hear the crack of the blade from up here, right in the center dot area. Then was able to make that pass from the wing to the center ice to get a possibility of a goal. But well done by Flamin.
Face off deep inside of Warrior territory. Warriors beat Chicago Mission 4-1 in the quarterfinals. Saskatoon Blazers a 5-2 win over the Prince Albert Mintos. It was a 5-2 come from behind win. Moose Jaw led start to finish at their game over the Chicago Mission. This puck sent down inside of Saskatoon territory. Warriors getting for the shot, deflected in goal, on goal, and the save made by Merwald as that shot went off a defenseman's skate and nearly between the pads of Merwald.
Wow. And once again, you hear the audience. Both groups want to just explode in favor of the team that they're cheering for here. And yeah, this has not been the typical game that you'd see in the regular season between these two teams.
I imagine a lot of nervous energy in the crowd right below us.
Yeah, 100%.
89 seconds to go in the second period.
And there's the hold of the stick before the faceoff, like you were talking about, from Mirwald.
Yeah, you got a better look at it from this angle here as the Blazers win the faceoff deep inside of their own zone. Send it around the boards and out to center ice. Bounces down inside of Moose Jaw territory. Foot race for it. Both teams clamoring for it in behind the Moose Jaw goal. Blazers trying to dig it out. Minute and 10 seconds to go here in this second period. Warriors come up with it. They'll just lift it up and into the crowd and out of play. Not to the two kids this time, Dave.
Yeah, I think 2 souvenirs is enough for one game. But you know what this game is starting to remind me of, Chris, especially with the number of periods that they played. You remember that first ever really long overtime playoff game between the Capitals and the Islanders that Pat LaFontaine won? It's reminding me of that night very much back in the late 80s.
That was Easter Sunday, Easter Monday.
Don't ever ask Kelly Rudy about that night. He'll rip your arm off.
Blazers with the puck in the neutral zone. They'll chip it ahead on the right side, down inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors trying to get it out, unable to do so into the final minute here of this second period.
And his team won that night.
Yeah, but he wasn't happy about a couple of the goals that he gave up. Thought he was interfered with on at least one, if not two of them, if I'm not mistaken. Warriors send the puck down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers back after it inside their own zone. Warrior forecheckers go to work trying to dig it out, unable to do so. Blazers have control on the far side. Chance to get it out for Keller. Lifts it to the line, not out. Held in by the Warriors. Long shot blocked off in front of the net. Again, Keller, this time he'll just kick it out to center ice and then knocked right back in. Knocked down in front of the Blazer net. Saskatoon will take it. Weagle in behind his own goal. Drops it off there for Bell. He'll send it around on the far side. Final seconds ticking down. Long shot. Merwald to save the rebound. Merwald scrambled back and got a piece of that one as well as Dave, the Saskatoon Blazers get a little careless in the final seconds.
Yeah, both teams getting a little careless throughout the hockey game, Chris. That Moose Jaw's been very lucky that they're tied at 0-0 after 40 minutes, but Meerwald, the stretching in the summertime, that's why he makes that save. Net awareness is the key, and he knows what part of the body he can use the most effectively because that puck stayed on the ice. Half a second more and it's in the top shelf. I have a trivia question about that Washington-New York Islanders game, so we'll let people think about it and come back in the second intermission after the second intermission, another extended intermission, and we'll ask our trivia question and let's see if we can fool Google this time. You're watching the semifinal number one. We're only a third of the way through here, folks. It's only going to get better from here. We got Caribou and the Buffaloes coming up, and you're going to watch both of them on the same stream thanks to Sports Canada TV's presentation of the Max Tournament 42nd Annual Edition, as always brought to you by Circle K Convenience Stores.
Welcome back to Max Bell Center, the Ken Bracco Arena. Chris Colwell, Dave Standish along with you. Take a look at the scoring summary through 40 minutes of play, and Dave, that sheet stays clean. I don't know.
Well, all the soccer coaches I work with say they want clean sheets, and boy, do we have a clean sheet. Shots only 15 to 13 in the total, 8 to 8 in the second period, both favoring the Moose Jaw Warriors.
And no power plays for either side either as well.
And here I go compiling all these power play stats for you.
I've got all the power play stats as well. It's but we haven't needed it so far.
Hey, that's fine with me.
Face-offs of that second period, Saskatoon better in the face-off dot 9 for a game total of 14 thus far. And for Moose Jaw, 12 for a game total of 24. So a 24-14 edge for Moose Jaw on the face-off dot as they get the puck down inside of Saskatoon territory. Nicely underway here in the third period, half a minute in. Blazers with the puck in the center ice area on the right side with control. Soretsky dumps the puck in, steered to the corner by Chase Coward.
Well, in the quarterfinal, Chris, there were no penalties in the first period, and then Chicago and Moose Jaw traded minor penalties at the beginning of the second period. Then the Chicago Mission team took the next 5 to have that total of 7 minor penalties in that middle frame. And 8 for the total.
Warriors come in on the right side, and Dave, the Warriors fans and bench were calling for too many men on the ice penalty against Saskatoon, and I think the Blazers may have gotten away with one in that last change.
That was another interesting fact of the first quarterfinal.
In come the Moose Jaw Warriors, the centering pass. That one broken up though by the Blazers. They'll take control deep inside of their own zone up on the right side. Conlon gets the center ice, dumps the puck in, hard bounce off the end glass, came skipping right back in front. Now around on the near wall, picked up right side, Wyatt Wilson drops it off. Got the return feed from Fitzpatrick, fed it back up to him on the left side. Fitzpatrick into the Saskatoon territory, rolls it in behind the goal. Dave, did you mention the trivia question out to everybody? You did not.
No, I thought the scoring summary was a little bit more important.
Yeah. Face off, the puck is deep inside of Moose Jaw, or inside Saskatoon territory. Moose Jaw forecheckers trying to go to work. Saskatoon, though, defensively with control of the puck. They'll move it out to center ice. I'm missing down this one, going to be icy against Moose Jaw.
I'm missing us doing all the scoring summary of the 10 games per day. So Canada beat the Czechs 7-2 today to advance to the quarterfinal. They'll have the number 1 seed in Pool B. They'll play the Slovakians at 6:30 local time, 7:30 Saskatchewan time, a.m. Thursday morning.
Well, you and I may not be up for that one, but you know who will be?
Peter Labardius.
Peter Labardius will be up for that one. Face-off won by Moose Jaw deep inside of Saskatoon.
He was here in the building. I didn't get a chance to say hi.
Oh, was he here?
Well, he was. He won't be anymore. But
I didn't have a chance to go down either. As Saskatoon sends the puck length to the ice. Icing waved off, though. Moose Jaw back to retrieve it inside their own zone.
Slovakia's been a tire fire this week, and we're lucky that they played Kazakhstan instead of Germany to not get themselves relegated. But that
doesn't mean anything, though.
Single elimination don't mean nothing.
Exactly. Warriors with the puck deep inside their own zone. Other games in that Prague, Czech Republic.
The Swiss beat the Finns.
That's exactly what I was going with. Switzerland with the upset. As here comes Saskatoon looking to open up the score. Centering pass in front, but a good defensive play there by Moose Jaw. Evan Callahan takes the puck away, takes away the scoring opportunity. Now a shot for the point. That one blocked off in front, bounces into the left corner boards. Blazers back up with it again. Here's a centering pass. There's a shot. Pad save made by Coward. Another shot. Another save made by Coward. Sneaking down low was Kobe Anderson for the Blazers.
Sneaking down low. That's what we've been talking about for the last 43 minutes, Chris. That's exactly what's happening, and those are the kind of plays you don't make defensively when you're fresh. Those are the plays the Warriors allowed Chicago to have quite a few shots on goal, but not nearly that quality of solo attempt.
Blazers with the offensive zone faceoff, won by Moose Jaw, and they'll play it away out to center ice. Warriors with a 2-1 edge on the faceoff dot here in the third period.
I'll rely on Canada to beat the Slovaks and then get up and watch the semi on Saturday. But you never know. Okay, are you ready?
Against Moose Jaw. All right, let's hear the trivia question.
Okay, Kelly Rudy was the goaltender for the Islanders in the night they called it the Easter Epic against the Capitals. Who was the Capitals goaltender?
And I've been thinking about that whole intermission.
I'm going to hope it's Google proof, but I'll let I'll let the fans have a couple of breaks before we answer that question for them.
Warriors take the puck out to center ice on the right side, carrying in 2-on-1. Chance for the Warriors. Centering pass in front. Oh, what a chance! Murwald stretched out as far as he could, and Lucas Schmidt tipped it just wide.
Murwald and Coward are the most comfortable guys in the building, I think, right now, because they really haven't seen a lot of rubber.
There's a shot for the point by Warner. That one off the body in front. Another shot on goal. Murwald the save, the rebound. Take it away.
And don't forget, neither one of them played in the quarters this morning.
Murwald did.
I'm sorry. Well, Coward did not. That's another reason for it.
Big body down in behind the Moose Jaw goals. The Warriors back the other way. Blazers trying to intercept. Here come the Warriors up the left side with it. Warner across the line. Lost the handle. The puck of the blue line. Blazers, though.
He was really good this morning, Warner. He really dictated the pace and frustrated the heck out of the Chicago club.
Soretsky gets the puck down low in behind the goal. Picked up by Moose Jaw again. Matt Perkins on the far side, works it ahead and out to center ice. Warriors dump it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazer goaltender out to play, and Murwald sends it ahead on the far boards, and now to center ice is Buckberger. Pass to the middle, finds Soretsky. Soretsky tried to toe drag through the middle. Good defensive play though by Wyatt Wilson to keep him to the outside. Back to the line, long shot. Save made though by Coward on that long point shot by Buckberger. That was Boston Buckberger on that one.
That whole process was started by the 2-on-3 defensive coverage on the far side where the puck is basically right now, Chris. And it was a weak play by Moose Jaw, which allowed Saskatoon that opportunity. And now this one.
5 minutes into this third period, there's a shot deflected wide of the goal. Picked up by Moose Jaw, and they'll have a chance to push out to center ice. Do get ahead. Mullen tied up in the neutral zone. Right in front of the penalty box doors. Both teams battling for it. Fitzpatrick in there for Moose Jaw. Has a couple of Saskatoon Blazers, one on each side of him. Tried to dig it free with Fitzpatrick unable to do so. And it's fired right back in by Saskatoon. It goes off the corner, right back in front to Coward, who hangs on.
Okay, I'll give you one more.
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game, as we will be presenting the Game Stars with special gifts from True Hockey, Colby Apparel Canada, and Tuxedo Source for Sports.
Of course, it's +6 in Calgary. It's been a spectacular December. I think we're going to pay for it in January and February, but...
Definitely March.
Yeah, you're probably right. But, no, the entire month of December has been super warm, which, of course, is all we could ask for 17 buses driving out of Calgary in the next... between today and of course, their arrivals earlier on Boxing Day and before Christmas.
Moose Jaw centering pass comes back to the line. There's a long shot. That one missed the net. Rebound off the end boards. Picked up there by Douglas. His pass, though, is intercepted, and Saskatoon will chip it off the boards and out to center ice.
If I can get a December like this every year, I'll trade a rainy June for a nice December 10 times out of 10.
A lot of slow pitch players not happy with you right now, Dave. Right back in on the Saskatoon Blazers left side. Bouncing pass in front of the net. Take it away and out to center ice come the Moose Jaw Warriors now. Schmidt, left wing side, carries into Blazer territory. Schmidt tried to cut in. His shot on goal, and Murwald the save. They'll hang on. And, well, Dave, the reason I say March we're going to pay for it is the amount of fog that we saw the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right around Christmas. There is... Call it a myth, and I've been trying to do this for 2 years. It's a farmer's myth that when you see fog in 3 months' time, you're going to get rain or snow.
Oh, I'd never heard that. Of course, my extended family's a couple hours east of Saskatoon, so whatever we see in our temperature gauge, I just subtract 10, and that's what I know they're doing.
Maybe subtract about 20 with the wind chill?
15.
Blazers come up on the right side, deep inside of Moose Jaw territory. Right wing boards with control of the puck. There's Lalonde. Lalonde steers it in behind the goal. Warriors back, though, with it inside their own zone. Can't clear it out. Try again. Warner off the wall to the line. Can't get it out on the far side. Warner gets it back deep inside of his own zone. He'll take a look up ice one more time. And Warner will just lift it out. Bounces back to the Saskatoon blue line. Moose Jaw gets it in. Onside on the right wing side. The centering pass, though, broken up. Blazers take control inside their own zone and behind the net.
Tremendous defensive work inside the ringette line, down low, Chris. Absolutely nowhere for the Moose Jaw Warriors to pass to each other. They had wide open opportunities. Of course, they had 15 extra feet to play with against the Mission this morning at Father Bauer. But, Saskatoon defensively has been, well, perfect.
Moose Jaw back inside their own zone. Play it out to center ice. Blazers send it in, but have to tag up as they're offside. Gives Moose Jaw a chance to bring the puck out. 12 and a half minutes left of a scoreless hockey game, and getting closer and closer to me getting my wish. Warriors bring the puck out to center ice. Blazers will send it right back in. It has been a defensive and goaltender showdown here. Shots 18-15 in favor of Saskatoon as the Blazers going to get an icing call against Moose Jaw and look at an offensive zone face-off upcoming.
All right. We don't have the Aflac duck with us, but the answer to the trivia question is Bob Mason of the Washington Capitals gave up the goal. That was a pretty funky goal, a bit of a 180 pirouette by Patty LaFontaine, and that was the Game 7 winner for the New York Islanders in round 1 against the Washington Capitals.
Now, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was Rick Jenneret's LaFontaine, was it not?
If it wasn't, it was at least the inspiration going forward.
Moose Jaw with the puck down inside of Saskatoon territory. Long shot, blocker save made by Merwald.
What's his other famous one? Mayday, yeah.
Brad
I couldn't
May.
think of it, yeah.
Out to center ice come the Saskatoon Blazers. Knocked right back the other way, though, by Moose Jaw up on the near wall as Matt Perkins. He'll steer it in.
I love American hockey commentators. They love the sport so much. They care about it so much. And I love, like, I'll watch the NBC feed of the, rather than rather than other things, or the American version of things, just because I love the American perspective on hockey. It's just fantastic. I love it.
11:18 to go as Moose Jaw comes to center ice. Quickly inside of Saskatoon territory. They'll just send it in behind the goal. After it there, the Blazers round on the far side. They're out to center ice. Chance for the Blazers to come forward. Right side. Soretsky with a shot. That one goes off a stick. Bounces harmlessly into the left corner boards. Warriors back after it inside their own zone. Little tap pass ahead. Now the Warriors partial numbers. Trying to catch up to it, though. It was Worms roll as that one just slid off his stick. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, Dave. Caught up to it a couple of times. Couldn't catch up to it the third time.
And that's probably part of the attrition that they're having to deal with, just both mentally and physically.
Puck along the right wing boards, deep inside of Warrior territory. Blazers trying to get in front. Centering pass broken on. Moose Jaw lifts it out to center ice. 2-on-2. Approaching the midpoint here of the third period. Good stick in the neutral zone by Saskatoon defenseman Logan McCutcheon. He'll send the Blazers or send the Warriors back inside their own zone. Nifty little move there by Parker Jasper behind the net. Turned over though in the neutral zone. Back in comes Saskatoon. The shot just missed on the far post on Chase Coward, who was out of the top of the blue paint challenging. There's another shot, and Coward got a piece of that with the left pad.
And you hear the crowd right below us, Chris. This building's going to lose its roof here in a few minutes. When we get a goal.
No ifs. We need a goal to finish this one off.
I can't remember a scoreless draw in the round robin of any Max tournament.
I can't either. Here comes McGrath in for Moose Jaw on the left side with a wrist shot on goal. The save made by Merwald. He'll hang on.
Maybe in the old female division.
The Westin Calgary is Calgary's premier downtown hotel and the official hotel for the Max tournament. The tournament thanks the Westin Hotel for their support. Westin, relax and recharge in downtown Calgary.
Of course, half a dozen of these Moose Jaw Warrior players in the system of the Western League Club. I can tell you about that in a couple of seconds here.
Face-off deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Blazers win that face-off. They'll cycle it around on the left side and out to center ice. Moose Jaw will take it and dump it right back in, though. Saskatoon overskates the puck. Chance for the Warriors. Centering pass in front. What a chance there, but a good defensive stick to take the shot away from McGrath. Right point, long shot. Merwald makes the save and he'll hang on.
Yeah, Logan Cox almost was the cause of the goals, the opportunities which could have been goals in the first 5 to 6 minutes of the contest, and he certainly made up for it there. In the Moose Jaw Warrior WHL program, Kirk Mullen 4, Sam Bolt 5, Atlee Calvert 17, Max Warner 19, and Davis Fry number 20.
5 players from this Moose Jaw midget team.
And
the Moose Jaw Warriors.
And the big team wishing the midget team good luck in their efforts this morning. So thanks to them and we hope they're watching. Hopefully on mute.
I don't think they'll be watching. I think they've got a game prepared for
That's true.
Coming up in about an hour's time. Might have it on in the dressing room as Saskatoon Backs up inside their own zone. Moose Jaw clearing it inside of Blazer territory. Will right to goaltender Merwald. He'll just reach down and hang on.
Well, I was talking about the 7 minor penalties that Chicago took. The 8th minor penalty, they were down a couple of goals and pulled their goalie. Once the goalie got to the bench, 2 Chicago players left and went out the other door. And unfortunately, the referee had no choice, blew it down, and that was power play number 8 for the Warriors. They were 4 for 4 in the PK this morning as well. 2 for 8 power play, 4 for 4 penalty kill, but only 2 of those were of the full 2 minutes. The other ones were only about a dozen seconds each.
Blazers win the face-off deep inside their own zone. They'll regroup, have control of the puck in behind the net, and they'll start out to center ice. Saskatoon Blazers perfect 4 for 4 in the penalty kill in their quarterfinal game. They were 0 for 1 on the power play. It's neither team able to light the lamp on the power play, either Saskatoon or Prince Albert. Back comes Moose Jaw in on the right side. There's a shot in. So save made by Merwald, but it got through him and bounced harmlessly to the left corner. Crowd oohed. Merwald, though, just got up and said, oh, well, didn't go in. Doesn't matter.
That's the mental attitude you have to have, Chris, because Nick Adante with Chicago, I'm still telling quarterfinal number 1 stories. A play like that is down low with a whole bunch of traffic in front is the reason why the Moose Jaw Warriors got the second goal. And that was pretty much the final nail in the mental coffin for the Chicago club.
Faceoffs 5-4 in favor of Saskatoon here in the third period.
Then he muffed up another one a little later, and then he was pulled for Matthew O'Donnell about 27 minutes into the game. O'Donnell was actually perfect for the 33 that he played.
Blazers win the faceoff. They'll take the puck out to center ice with a 6-4 edge on the faceoff dot. Warriors backed up inside their own zone. 8 to play in regulation time. On the near wall, Versinci with it. Pass ahead for Jasper. Jasper trying to carry out, tried to toe drag around. Flamand unable to do so. Held in now by the Blazers. Walking up the point off the right side. Though shot goes high and wide by Hunter Mayo. Back to the left point. Warriors trying to clear it out. Blazers say no. They'll hold it in. Cycle it in behind the goal. After it there on the right side is Hunter Mayo. Mayo pushes his man off the puck and then gets it in behind the goal. Mayo drops it off. Here's a centering pass in front, and the Warriors had to be careful on that one as they try and clear it away. Get out to center ice, and Mayo will back up inside of his own zone. 7.5 minutes to play. Regulation time. Still scoreless. Moose Jaw with the puck. The centering pass broken up. Here come the Blazers out to center ice. 1-on-2. Left side. Liam Bell will dump the puck in. Turn to head off for a change.
I should have done the play-by-play of this game. There would have been no goals to ruin.
On the left side, Warriors get the puck in. Here's Warner with it. Warner walks in, shoots it wide of the goal. Rebound up the end boards. Warriors pick it up. Moose Jaw starting to apply some pressure in the late stages of this third period, looking to break this scoreless tie. Shots even 19 apiece. Chance for the Blazers to get out. They'll skip it to the line. Knocked out of the air the high stick. Shots on goal in this third period, favoring Saskatoon 6-4, but Moose Jaw has had 3 of the last 4 shots.
The Warriors opened the tournament with the victory of the Calgary Royals 4-2 on Boxing Day, then defeated the Caribou Cougars 3-2, so we have a possibility of a rematch at the Saddledome tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see what happens. They have the 28th off. 9 a.m. on the 29th, defeated Airdrie 5-2, and then we've talked about it this morning. We'll do it again. The St. Albert Raiders, a 3-3 tie, 2 goals in the last 2.5 minutes, or else Moose Jaw may not even be here right now.
That was a key game, a key comeback for Moose Jaw. Actually, Moose Jaw would not have been here had they not gotten those 2 goals in the last 3.5 minutes, as the formula had them third. Caribou would have been second, and of course the top of the pool would have been St. Albert. Warriors keep the puck in on the right side, walking in, centering pass. That one deflected on goal, and Merwald makes the save and hangs on.
You know what I recall, Chris, is the moments on the opposite side of the ice about this time remaining in the second period where that centering pass deflected off the defender of the Blazers, and Merwald had to come up with that pad save where he had it in between his pads and just held it and waited for a face-off. How relevant could that have been if it had gone the other way?
Blazers win the defensive zone face-off. They'll carry the puck out to center ice. Quickly up the left side. Deflected in by Buckberger in behind the goal. That is Braxton Buckberger. Picked up in behind the net by Moose Jaw. 6 minutes to play in regulation time. And closer, having to explain overtime rules in the Max Midget tournament as Calvert sends the puck in on the left side. After it there is Worms Row is centering pass looking for Calvert. Got away from him. 3 Warriors back of the blue line. Blazers, all they could do is just chop it out. Well, they are successful in doing that. Moose Jaw backs up to their own line. Regroup. Neither team wanting to take chances. Both teams playing solid defensively. Is now the puck in on the right side. Cox after it there in the defensive zone. Worms Row in there for Moose Jaw, and it's cleared away from him all the way down the ice. An icing call against the Saskatoon Blazers.
I think if we go back to the back history of this tournament, Chris, any team that played in the overtime in the quarterfinals got beat in the semifinals. Obviously, all 4 quarters ended in the 60-minute period, but just extra ice time on this day, on New Year's Eve, aka 364 days to calculator day, it's very, very tough.
Well, now we're back to 365 with the leap year next year.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Blazers win the faceoff, carry the puck inside of Moose Jaw territory, then turn it over. A chance for the Warriors to go the other way. Up the left side with control is Mullen. Backhand shot. Mullen got a piece of that one. In behind the goal on the right side. Held in by the Warriors. Send it around on the right corner boards. Up with it again is Hunter Mayo. Actually, that was Fitzpatrick. Works it to the line. Held in, long shot. That one bounces behind the back pass in front of the net by McGrath. Not a bad chance there for Moose Jaw. Nearly gave them a 1-0 lead.
You ever take those provincial exams or final exams in college where it was like you had a 3-hour time limit, but the hardest questions were at the end of the booklet? That's where we're getting right now.
4.5 minutes. We're approaching the last call. Mums are calling for dinner. Straight lights are on. Next goal wins. We're approaching that territory right now.
Kids, do the hardest questions of your 3-hour exams right when you sit down. 3 hours later, you'll thank me.
4:15 to go, third period. Warriors at the left point. Warner, puck fumble on him though. It rolls outside the line. And Moose Jaw will have to go back after it. Send it deep inside of Saskatoon territory. Goaltender Merwell, a little bit of miscommunication. Centering pass from Moose Jaw picked off, and the Blazers are out to center ice. Lalonde up the left side, carries into Warrior territory. His wrist shot, that one goes off a stick and way up into the netting, out of play.
The Saskatoon Blazers path on the 26th. They defeated Calgary 5-1. Defeated Chicago, lost to Chicago 5-2. Defeated the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs on the 29th after having the 28th off 2-0. And a 6-1 win over the Vancouver Northwest Hawks yesterday.
Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw deep inside their own zone. Can't clear it out though. It's rolled in behind the goal. After there and clearing it into the net out of the crowd is Ethan Peters.
Of course, this is only semifinal number 1. The Buffaloes getting ready to play the Caribou Cougars in semifinal number 2. And still a huge crowd, and we expect that number to build with the local team playing in the primetime game.
Well, the crowd might stay about the same as the NHL club, also playing at 7 o'clock tonight down at the Saddle Dome. Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw. They have the puck on the near side, carried out to center ice on the left wing wards, in across the Saskatoon line. It's slipped away from the Warrior forward, Lucas Schmidt. And the Blazers able to poke it out to center ice. Now they're up again with it. Through the neutral zone, in across the line is Buckberger. Buckberger, long shot. That one off a stick, get up into the netting, out of play.
The netting near the banner for the 2003 Canadian champion, Calgary North Stars. The Air Canada Cup at the time, now TELUS Cup winners. Of course, this is their home rink during the regular season. And the Midget Flames enjoy Father David Bauer along with the University of Calgary programs. And of course, University hockey resumes men and women's this Friday and Saturday, folks.
Blazers win the faceoff, long shot. That one stick to the side by the goaltender, Coward. Up top left side, Blazers with control of the puck, looking to break this 0-0 tie. They'll cycle it in behind the goal, around on the right side. Still with it and tied up there was Soretsky. Soretsky works it in behind the goal. Blazers come back in front, looking to protect that puck, trying to wrap around again. Moose Jaw, good job pinning everything to the outside, making sure they take sticks out of the lanes. Now back up top left side, wrist shot off a stick up into the netting and out of play.
The play was to Carter Stebbings, number 15. They just couldn't find him. that's the kind of thing you got to yell about and say, I'm open, I'm open. And there is a bit of a risk, but at the same time, you know you have your defenders covering the blue line in case Saskatoon, or in that case, in case Moose Jaw takes the puck away and just takes the puck down 200 feet. But they got to be louder. They got to let them know where they are.
Face-off controlled by Moose Jaw deep inside their own zone. They'll clear it out to center ice. Blazers right back in on the attack. There's a shot. That one goes off a stick and in behind the goal. 2.5 minutes to go in the third period. Blazers with it deep inside of Moose Jaw territory, looking to break this 0-0 tie. Both teams battle for the puck, and the Warriors bring it out. 3 of numbers across. Schmidt tips it into the neutral zone. Blazers get it back, though. And it's cleared back inside of Moose Jaw territory. Warriors regroup. 2:15 to go here in the third period. Shots are even 20-20. Pass ahead by the Warriors. Blocked off, though, by the Blazers. And the Blazers take control deep inside of their own zone. Circling back there is Will Blake. Blake ran into a teammate. But McCutcheon helps out, sends the puck down inside of Moose Jaw territory as the goaltender Coward out to play the puck in behind his own goal. Rimmed up the board. Schmidt can't find it. It fell in behind him. Warriors do get it out to center ice, though. Here comes McGrath. 3-on-2 across the line down the right side. Centering pass. Following up. Schmidt walks in, shoots. Save made by Marwell. He'll hang on.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott Downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
Best chance of the hockey game from either side. And second best chance from either side, because that one in the second period by Colby Anderson was the best chance. But Merwald, huge stop with 85 seconds left in regulation time.
The best part of that, Chris, was the pass and the pause from Mullen to be able to find his teammates in front rather than take that opportunity for himself. That extra pause, that extra sight line almost paid off.
Moose Jaw back inside their own zone with control of the puck. Jasper chips it off the glass to the line, can't get it out. Another attempt for Moose Jaw. This time they'll try and cycle it. Took a funny bounce off the corner. Chance for the Blazers in front of the shot. Glove save made by Coward. He'll hang on.
The fans are definitely getting their money's worth. I'll say it like I always do, Chris. This is a great game if you don't care who wins. And, there are a lot of people who care who wins, but the people who don't care who wins are being very entertained here.
Minute 21 to go in regulation time. Should we need overtime, we'll go straight to a 10-minute overtime, 5-on-5. If nobody scores, go a flood and a full 20-minute overtime. We'll keep doing that until we get a goal as the Blazers win the faceoff. Send it around in behind the goal. On the near side. Blazers keep it in, right wing side. Big bodies tying up there as a centering pass. Bounces past everybody and out to center ice. Final minute of regulation time, all scoreless. Outlet pass ahead. Off a stick and down inside of Warrior territory. Warriors have control. Worms roll with some speed up the right side. Carries into Saskatoon territory. Blazers, 3 players back defensively, take it away. And now the Blazers have numbers. 3-on-2 to center ice, but they overskate the puck. Another chance, they do get in with the puck. Left side wrist shot. Coward the save as Nolan Flaman fumbled that puck 3 or 4 times, and I'm not sure how his teammates, Dave, were able to stay onside.
I'm not sure they actually did, Chris, and you could hear a few fans in the stands agree with me, but a lot of leeway being given by the officials. Still penalty free. The only person who has had an easier job tonight than the scorekeeper is the penalty box operators.
Face off won by the Blazers. 40 seconds to go in the third period. Push down low in behind the goal. Saskatoon centering pass in front. Back to the line right side. There's a long shot by Wiggle, and that one off a stick and in behind the goal. 25 seconds to go in regulation time. Puck bouncing around in behind the goal. Warriors have control of the puck. Settle things down. Push it around on the near wall. Trying to get it out. Warriors settling down inside their own zone. Bank it off the glass to the line. Not out. Blazers held it in, but then they turn it over. A chance as the puck bounces back to the neutral zone. 10 seconds left. Blazers in for one last chance. Wiggle up the right side. Sends it in behind the goal. 5 seconds left. In behind the net. Blazers come up with it again. A centering pass on the doorstep. And the horn sounds to end the third period. And we will go to overtime.
If you were wondering why Weagle just shot it around instead of shooting it at the net, that's why. He saw something that nobody else in the building saw, I think, Chris. And if there was an extra second and a half, that might have been the end.
Shots 24-21 in favor of the Moose Jaw, or in favor of the Saskatoon Blazers. in that third period. The shots, let me do some quick math here.
Square root of a cosine.
Shots are 9-9 in that third period, 24-22 in favor of Moose Jaw on the shot clock. And Dave, we set for overtime for the first time in this tournament. And
this has got to be setting some sort of record, Chris, with the fewest penalties and the fewest obviously the fewest goals in a game. But this has been extremely entertaining. Just wish this maybe had been the quarterfinal because everybody would have had a full tank of gas. But as I said, the fans definitely getting their money's worth. The interesting part here, Chris, is that it's 5:18. So if this game was over now, it would have been ended 10 minutes prior to the game I had this morning at Father David Bauer, which shows you that even with the extended intermissions that we had for the Pee Wee shootout, the game was probably played 15 to 16 minutes faster because there were no penalties, literally no penalties, not a lot of offsides or icings or timeouts. That's how well this game has been played fundamentally, and the referees have done a great job. And
they've let both teams play.
We've saved, for what it's worth, we've saved 15 minutes of our free time, and we would have a 42-minute break right now between this game and semifinal number 2 if it had been the end. But like I said, just what more can you ask for? No penalty. Like, I like 9-8 games. I like games with a lot of power plays and a lot of penalties and a lot of fisticuffs. But nobody is ever going to tell me that a 0-0 game is not entertaining.
Well, overtime, scoreless.
I'll show them the archive of this one. Sorry, go ahead.
We're set for a 10-minute overtime. If nobody scores, we'll have a flood and then a 20-minute overtime. And this just means that, Dave, right now, if we get that far, the Calgary Buffaloes and
they want this game to go until midnight.
Maybe not.
And then
they've got to play their game after that.
Well, and then their game can start at 12:10.
Center ice, 5-on-5. Warriors right to left. Blazers left to right. Referee is set. Puck is down and overtime underway. Blazers win the faceoff. Faceoffs, by the way, in that third period, 11-9 Saskatoon, 33-25 favoring Moose Jaw in the hockey game. Puck dug free. Cougars and Buffaloes wait. There's a long shot. That one goes off a stick and wide of the goal. Schmidt picks it up on the near side. And then he'll lift it up and into the crowd and out of play. And a young fan's going to get another souvenir puck.
No, it's not the same kid.
No, it's not the same kid, no.
Well, you got to keep your eyes open. I mean,
short glass and no netting.
Short glass and no netting. Absolutely. And as I said, a very, very good crowd here. Most of them concentrated on the near side.
Blazers win the faceoff and then lose the handle on the puck. Had a chance in the slot. The other way come the Moose Jaw Warriors. They'll circle back, though. Played inside of his own zone by Worms Row. Turned over. Blazers have control. Have to slow things down as they had a teammate offside. Schmidt back inside of his own zone. 40 seconds gone here in overtime. It almost was entertaining listening to the mothers and fathers out of my left ear here, Dave, or out of my right ear here. Worms Row with a shot. He put that one high and wide and up into the netting and out of play.
Well, that shows you how important this tournament is. This isn't just some weekend event that you participate in between your regular season games. This is the 42nd annual event of the Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament. Think about the players in the National Hockey League, both past and present, that have skated this ice.
Win the face-off, and they'll bring it ahead on the right side. Trying to drive in is Lalonde. Lalonde steers it towards the net. Now thought about playing it, thought about covering it, decides otherwise, and now Warriors have the chance to break out. Bring it out to center ice, 3-on-3 with control of the puck across the line. Fitzpatrick, but the pass into his feet, kicks himself offside along with Mullen.
The legacy of this event, like this is if you're not going to win the TELUS Cup, you want this. And there's teams in Ontario and Manitoba and Quebec, if planes were a little more reasonably priced, they would be here. There's absolutely no question about that. This is
face-off just outside of Saskatoon
right under the tier. Sir, this is right under the TELUS Cup. There's nothing better than this.
Played out. Warriors get it right back in though. Blazers 4 for 4 on the face-off dot in overtime. There's a shot. That one deflects in behind the goal. on the right side. Both teams battle for it there. It's knocked free into the near corner boards. The Blazers with a chance to get it out to the line. And it did sneak out as Douglas unable to hold the zone. He'll just flip it back in though. Warriors tag and go after it on the forecheck as the Blazers bring it ahead. Near wall with it is Conlon. His pass is deflected cross ice. Blazers try again deep inside their own zone. Played 2 minutes here of overtime. Outlet pass is deflected down inside of Moose Jaw territory. No icing is back after it. Here's Parker Jasper. He's tied up. Knocked the puck free on the left wing boards. As both teams battle for it there. Blazers come out with it. There's a snapshot of the save made by Coward as he gets a piece of that one to steer it over top of the net. Behind the goal again. Blazers come up with it on the right side. Poke to the line. Not out. Held in by Saskatoon. Moose Jaw though gets it back and they'll send it out to center ice. And backhanded in deep. Warriors take control. They'll start out to the neutral zone as Douglas. Up the left side into Saskatoon territory. Douglas centering pass. There's a backhand shot. Off the post. A rebound. Morwall had to jump on top of it as it hit the post and hit his defenseman and nearly careened in.
That took such a crazy enough angle, Chris, that no one expected it to be where it was, and Meerwald had a clear chance to avoid a second shot against him. But yeah, paying off the goalpost, and that's what, 5 or 6 posts, I think, in this game between the two teams?
At least 3. As Moose Jaw wins their first face-off of overtime. Boy, nearly picked off. Saskatoon read that pass and nearly went the other way. Moose Jaw out of the left corner boards with it back to the line. Warner shot. Save made by Morwald. He'll hang on.
And Saskatoon's been doing that a lot here in the third period. They've been able to anticipate the work between the two Moose Jaw defenders and not only create something like that, which could have had the potential to go the other direction, but at least disrupt their flow and get it back into neutral ice on the other side of the red line. Well done by the lead forward defensively for the Saskatoon Blazers.
Blazers this time win the defensive zone draw. They'll chip it ahead to the line. They'll bring it out to center ice. 3-on-2 developing. Cross the line, left side. Moose Jaw back defensively though as a cross ice pass. Misses the net. Getting to that point, Dave, that you're going to want to just put the puck on net. We're in overtime right now, so you just want to put the puck on goal and just see what happens. As some kind of a garbage goal will usually happen in overtime. Not very many pretty goals that we see in overtime.
And the pretty ones we see can be on a breakout, breakdown, defensively, leading to a breakaway that we may have just seen a few seconds ago.
Saskatoon with the puck deep inside their own zone. They'll bring it ahead.
Somebody's going to make a mistake. That's going to be the turning point.
Moose Jaw with the puck left side. Fitzpatrick held it in. Wilson right side. Hard pass. Bolt couldn't settle it down. Now does. His shot though blocked off in front. Bolt gets it back. Top of the right point. He'll move to the left side for Wilson. Backdoor feed in front. That one deflects into the right corner boards. Picked up by the Blazers. They'll send it around on the near side. Well, the streetlights are definitely on now. Dinner is ready, and the mums are calling. The next goal wins. As Saskatoon deep inside their own zone, trying to get out. Puck is pinned up against the boards. Moose Jaw digging forward as well. 2 players from both sides in there. Finally does come free. Blazers have it. Give it away, though, on the left corner boards. Chance for McGrath. He's tied on. McGrath spins off that check. Feeds it to the line. Wilson fires it. Deflected on goal. Morwall with a save. What a tip by Fitzpatrick.
2 goals this morning. 2 goals earlier in the tournament. What a brilliant idea. Absolutely brilliant. And, again, hand-eye coordination for Saskatoon Blazer goaltender Brett Meerwald, building his .950 save percentage throughout the tournament. Just unbelievable work about 12 inches above the ice.
Face off deep inside of Blazer territory. Warriors winning, trying to shovel it towards the front of that. Bouncing puck on the doorstep. Knocked away into the left corner boards. Warriors give chase again. Left side, trying to keep it in deep. Knocked away by Saskatoon. Blazers though can't get it out. Held in. Warriors spin, shoot, block, another chance. In behind the goal. Look at the wraparound, throwing it back in front, and Merwald didn't see it. Blazers though take it away. Here to center ice again. 2-on-2. Good defensive play though by the Warriors. Getting the puck back. Send it down inside. Send it up to the neutral zone. Picked up there. Center ice by Douglas. He'll just send it down inside of Saskatoon territory. Merwald out. Chips it into the far corner boards. As Saskatoon backed up inside their own zone. There's a shot for the slot by Callahan on goal. The save made by Merwald. Now center pass. Callahan scores! Evan Callahan sends the Moose Jaw Warriors to the Max Midget Final.
Unbelievable work by Matt Perkins. The number 23, name on his jersey, he'll certainly get one now for all the work he did cycling around on the near side area, in the goal area, off the goal post, and an incredible feed and an inside track, and Millwall, look at his teammates just trying to give him all the support he can, because he is absolutely frustrated. About a shot 8 to 10 feet out, and an incredible feed by the call-up, Matt Perkins. Definitely going to get his nameplate now.
First point of the tournament for Evan Callahan. Couldn't have come at a better time. His first goal of the tournament in overtime as the Moose Jaw Warriors shut out the Saskatoon Blazers 1-0. Goal comes 4:52 into overtime. Now wait and see if we get an announcement on that goal.
More work by Perkins. He was taking out Hayden Wilm a little bit earlier in that. And even the play before that, Chris, they were able to throw it in on that near side flick to our near post. And no one was expecting it, or else the play could have ended even 20 seconds before that.
Warriors first goal game scored by number 13, Evan Callahan. Assist on the goal goes to number 22, Lucius Schmidt, and number 23, Matt Perkins.
So Schmidt and Perkins draw helpers. For Perkins, his first point, and for Lucius Schmidt, his third assist and third point. And what a first semifinal we had here.
Absolutely incredible. And we'll start the second game at 6 o'clock. There will be no delays. So the Buffaloes and the Caribou Cougars getting ready for their matchup. And we'll play it at the regular time. But yeah, Moose Jaw, what an unbelievable ending to this game. Hit that rewind button, folks. You can watch that overtime goal over and over again.
Let's send it down for the Player of the Game award ceremony.
Final shots on goal, 3 in the overtime period for a total of 24 for Saskatoon, 6 for the Moose Jaw Warriors for a game total of 27.
6 shots in 5 minutes.
I think there was a little bit of a mix-up there. Shots were actually 3-2 in favor of Moose Jaw in that overtime period, 27-24, as they were 24-22 Moose Jaw after 60 minutes of play.
Well, even 3 shots in 5 minutes was ahead of their normal ratio.
So we will now present the ×2 souvenirs, Kobe Apparel Canada and True Hockey Game Stars. Presenter is Mr. Mason McLeod, Max Recruitment Director.
And Mason's the person that invites these teams several months in advance for the following year's
Player of the game from the Saskatoon Blazers, number 4, Boston Buckberger.
Good game from Boston Buckberger.
You didn't mention his name that much in the last 40 minutes, Chris, but he was doing all the right fundamental things, if not touching the puck.
And from the Moose Jaw Warriors, number 13, Evan Callahan.
Game-winning goal for Evan Callahan gets the Player of the Game, and no surprise on that one, Dave.
Brand new stick for Evan Callahan. Yeah, we hadn't really seen much of him in this game, but well-deserving Player of the Game, and we'll see the Moose Jaw Warriors tomorrow at the Scotiabank Saddledome.
First of the tournament for Evan Callahan, 4:52 into overtime. Assist once again to Matt Perkins and Lucas Schmidt, and the Moose Jaw Warriors. They're headed to the Max Final tomorrow, and still, Dave, a possibility of a rematch of their Pool 4 round robin game with the Caribou Cougars, who will play the Calgary Buffaloes up next.
And they're still the only team with a 0 in the loss column, Chris, and as I said before, but I'll repeat it, how important at Centennial Gold were those 2 goals to tie the game against the St. Albert Raiders. It's amazing what momentum can do, positively or negatively, in this sport, and the math worked out. 3-0-1, the Moose Jaw Warriors winning Pool 4. A professional performance this morning in the quarterfinal against an honestly beat-up Chicago Mission team. But Moose Jaw executed correctly this morning and waited 64 minutes, but executed correctly this time. And the Dome tomorrow is their reward.
Parker Lalonde, Dave, was one of the last players to lead the blue. Actually, was the last player to lead the blue line for the Saskatoon Blazers. just kind of staring off, and backup goaltender in this game, Dylan Ernst, over to tell him it's all right. You'll have a chance. Still can go to the TELUS Cup.
And guess what? They broke the streak. They broke the 3-game losing streak against the Blazers during the regular season. Can you imagine what January 9th is going to be like?
It's an entertaining game between those two. If you're in Saskatchewan, get your tickets. We're going to sign off and come back in about we'll call it about 30 minutes time, and we'll preview the second semifinal. The Calgary Buffaloes and the Caribou Cougars are up next. Winner will take on the Moose Jaw Warriors at the Saddledome on January the 1st. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in 30 minutes time. This is the 42nd annual Max Midget Hockey Championships presented by Circle K. We are live at the Max Bell Center in the Ken Bracco Arena.